I have written about Annapolis before. It's my favorite place to be, though perhaps not so much in the winter. I don't like being any place in the winter except here in South Florida. But for the rest of the year, Annapolis wins. We lived in Washington, D.C. throughout the 1970s. In 1976, I single-handedly persuaded our young family to get into sailing. When I was a child, I had the good fortune to attend a camp on the Corsica River. That's a tributary that's just off the Chesapeake Bay. It's on Maryland's eastern shore. There, at the age of 10, I learned to swim, paddle a canoe straight, and, most importantly, sail. I loved sailing immediately. Well, after I took the family on a 1-hour road trip from D.C. to Annapolis, Maryland, I didn't have to do much persuading after that. We should be sailing. Nobody disagreed. Our children, then both under 10 years old, didn't have much say in the decision, although they didn't seem to object either. The next step in the process was to go to the United States Sailboat Show in Annapolis Harbor. This mind-boggling and budget-breaking event of the luxurious life of yachting is enough to have any boating enthusiast giddy and drooling. They say the last place you should buy a boat is at a boat show. So that's what we did. It was more exciting than buying a car. Now, of course, we started small. We bought what is called a day sailor, which is a small boat, in this case 16 feet. It's meant just for short voyages, in and out in a few hours, and that's it. Given the never really realized dangers of boating, as most boaters are prone to do, this new endeavor was kind of risky since our kids were very young and not experienced swimmers beyond a pool. But as soon as the weather permitted, we were out in our little boat just about every weekend. Given the looks on her face, I think Rosemary was more timid than our kids most of the time. She, of course, realized we could all drown, and exactly how much did I know about sailing that I allegedly learned over 20 years ago? Well, fast forward 1 year, and the family has, in this time, in its own mind, become seasoned sailors. So what to do now? Why, that's easy. All boaters know what to do next. You buy a bigger boat. So we're up to 27 feet now. With this sailboat, we can go places and not have to worry about being back the same day. On this one, we can sleep, we can eat, we can go potty. This is sailing. There is a certain euphoria sailors know about. It's when you motor out of a busy boat-jammed port and you get into open water. Now you can shut the motor off and you can raise the sail. As the boat begins to pick up headway, slicing silently through the water, this is a moment your sensations tingle. Well, our storybook lifestyle was short-lived. I had job changes and subsequently left D.C., and we moved back to Philadelphia, our hometown. We sold the boat reluctantly, but we were happy to have at least a couple good years sailing on the Chesapeake Bay. We often wonder, though, if we had never left the area, how big would our boat be now? Back then, each year, Rosemary and I would take a vacation day on the Thursday that the Annapolis Boat Show opened. We'd drive to Annapolis, park at the Naval Academy Stadium, and take a shuttle bus to the harbor where the spectacular display of boardable boats awaited us. That's what started this posting today, the Annapolis Boat Shows. There are two, actually. They occur back-to-back weekends every October. The Sailboat Show is the first one. It's this weekend. The Powerboat Show, Stink Potters as they're called, follow the weekend after. They are not the largest boat shows, but the setting, Annapolis in the fall, is what makes them special. And every year when I get copies of the boat show guides that are included with my monthly issue of Chesapeake Bay Magazine, I take a moment of nostalgia. I drop a tear or two, and I wish that Rosemary and I could hop in the car, take along an imaginary checkbook, and wander the docks of the boat show once more. I'm Mark Kuhn. Thanks for listening.